guys, good morning. Happy Friday, almost the weekend. I am here to do a tutorial, and I know that I owe several tutorials. I owe the eyeshadow tutorial from the Legally Bronze review and a spring tutorial, but I have to say that a couple of nights ago, one of my subscribers, and I'm not going to use her name because I don't want to embarrass her, although I think this is the funniest thing ever, sends me a message saying, can you please do a tutorial on how to use the Hoola bronzer? I got the bronzer and I, did my face and thought I was looking all fine, and I went outside and she said, my mom looked at me and said, are you going duck hunting? I guess she just looked a little camoed, and I don't know, I peed myself a little when I read that, and so I decided, game over, I have to do this tutorial for her because I don't want her walking around looking like she's Bugs Bunny's sidekick. So, here we go. As you can see, I don't, excuse the hair too, it's raining, hence this curly mass hair I got going on. So, okay, as you can see, I only have foundation and some lip gloss on, and actually really all I have is a little bit of liner too and mascara. Really minimal makeup today. So, because I'm going on a job after I make this video, and I'm going to make up a beautiful, beautiful 18-year-old girl for a photo shoot. So that's going to be fun. But I digress. Again, shocking, I know. All right, so we've got our Hoola bronzer, and I'm going to show you two things. One is how to contour with your bronzer, which I think is really great with the Hoola bronzer because it is a matte bronzer. It has no shimmer to it. And I'm going to show you how to, the basic bronzing techniques as well. All in one deal. So, for this particular circumstance, especially if you're just starting out using bronzers, using a brush that is a little finer and a little, a little bit thinner, not quite as dense, will work better for you. So I grabbed a dual fiber, and it's rather narrow, rather thin, and it's really, really soft. So try to grab something like this because it won't pick up too much product, and it'll here we go again. It will, maybe it's not Red Bull, but Pepsi. So, where was I? Oh, the brush. My God. Okay, it will apply less product, and it'll just make it a little more foolproof because, if you put too much on, it's much harder than building, right? Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is contour. So we're going to dip a little of our brush into a little bit of our product. And I have a mirror down here too, so if you see me glancing down here, I'm just making sure that I don't make myself look like a circus freak. Okay, so the basics of contouring with your bronzer, you're gonna make a fishy face, and you are going to sweep that bronzer right under your cheekbones. Almost to your lip, but not quite. Now a man, if I were to be contouring a gentleman, I would probably bring the contour down and even a little bit down there, just to make the jawline a little more masculine. But for you, for a woman, that's kind of all you need. So I don't know if you can see the difference now. That's not contoured. That is contoured. Okay, so now I'm going, let me just take a look and make sure. Okay, yeah, I'm good. I don't want to go to a photo shoot looking like some kind of clown. Okay, so let's do the other one. Fishy face. And gentle sweeping right under the cheekbone. You'll eventually get to the point where you don't even need to make the Finding Nemo face. You just kind of know under your cheekbone. All right. I just went out of frame, sorry. I just want to pick up my mirror and make sure that all is well with the universe. Okay, now, the next thing you're going to do is, remember we were talking about dimensionalizing your face and how once you put, you know, a coat of spackle on your face, foundation, you've taken away all of the natural contours that your bone structure gives you. So we're going to kind of bring some of that back with our matte bronzer. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go over our eyes a little bit, and we're going to kind of bring some definition back to our face. Okay? And then we're just going to do it. Oh God, sorry about that. Normally I always have my hair in like a headband, like right from the shower after before when I'm doing this, but I had already done my hair. So we're just going to bring some dimension back to our face. And then one of the banes of my existence, aside from having one giant piece of hair going down your nose, good grief, okay, is demarcation lines where your foundation and your neck don't really match and you've got that like orange thing going and it doesn't look blended and it makes me nutty and I want to go over to the people like that with a Kleenex and like rub it off, but I digress. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to contour right under our jawline a little bit with our bronzer. That's going to serve a twofold purpose, and we're going to drag it down, and what it's going to do is it's going to help with our demarcation, but it's also going to really help define your jawline a little bit. Okay? And then we want to put a little bit on our schnozzaroo, because the basic, and a little on our chin, sorry, the basic highlight, the highlight, it's Friday, and I am all over the joint. The basic rule that you want to keep in mind when you are using a bronzer is you want to hit areas in your face that the sun would hit if you were to be outside. So, you know, those places are basically, right, you know, maybe a little your chin, always your nose because it's a high point, right? The high points of your face. Over here, maybe a little bit over here, a little bit here, high points, okay? And then when you're, that's really it for your bronzer. Honestly, it's really quite simple once you get the hang of it. And after that, I'm going to take a little of my hard candy, what was it called? Living Doll number 125 mineralized blush, the baked blush that I was talking about in my February favorites, because I love it and it'll give me a nice soft finish to add a little bit of pink back into my skin so I don't look just bronzy and not kind of, you know, youthful, and giving me that youthful glow. So now I'm just going to do that stupid blush smile, the fake smile. I'm going to drag it up a little. Blended, blendy, blendy. And give me a little bit of pink back in there. A little glow. All right. So, my darlings, there you have it. I don't know. I don't really look all that much better. I think I need a nap. Okay. So, in any case, there you go. Sweetie, you know who I'm talking to. I hope this helps. I hope your mom doesn't put a shotgun in your hand and say, get on out there. You know, you cracked me up, and I'm sorry that I cracked up, but I just thought that was so funny. All right, so guys, have a lovely weekend, and I hope it gets nice where you are. Right here, it's freezing and raining and really major icky, so I hope it's lovely where you are, and I'll see you guys soon. Thanks again for subscribing and rating and commenting. Love you guys. See you later.